Trump issues #Africa ban during Black History Month. U.S. President Donald Trump has issued a travel ban on Nigeria, Tanzania, Eritrea, Sudan, Kyrgyzstan, and Myanmar. Most of these countries are African. Immigrants are now fearful of their status on American soil, including their civil liberties and human rights. Trump's travel ban is being referred to online as the #Africa ban. The ban itself affects around a quarter of the population of Africa. It adds credence to the myth that immigrants drain the U.S. system. However, the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine have said otherwise. According to them, immigrants positively impact U.S. economic growth in the long term. In contrast, Trump was heard calling African nations shithole countries in 2018. Critics have called Trump's travel ban a bad move, considering February is Black History Month. Black History Month, also called African American History Month, is celebrated every year. It recognizes the role of African Americans in U.S. history. Black History Month began in 1915, 50 years after the U.S. abolished slavery in 1865. The Association for the Study of Negro Life and History was founded that September. In the second week of February 1926, they held the first National Negro History Week. The organizers chose that week because it held the birthdays of Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln had opposed slavery, and Douglass was a statesman who escaped from slavery. Negro History Week was observed by schools and groups all over the country. History clubs and societies set up talks and shows featuring African American culture. The association has since been renamed as the Association for the Study of African American Life and History. Because of the Civil Rights Movement, Negro History Week turned into Black History Month. In 1976, U.S. President Gerald Ford recognized Black History Month. He called on America to honor the neglected accomplishments of Black Americans. Since then, every American president has given each year's Black History Month a theme. 2018's theme was African Americans in Times of War, to celebrate 100 years since the end of World War I. 2019's theme was Black Migrations, focusing on the movement of African Americans. This year, it's African Americans and the vote. The theme is meant to honor the anniversaries of the 15th and 19th Amendment. The 19th Amendment in 1920 granted women suffrage. Douglass worked with suffragists like Elizabeth Cady Stanton to ensure women's right to vote. The 15th Amendment in 1870 gave Black men the right to vote. Next year, the theme will be the Black Family, Representation, Identity, and Diversity. This year will also see teachers wearing Black Lives Matter shirts as they teach Black history. It'll be the second year in a row that teachers from Chicago, New York, and Los Angeles will do this. They are also asking that K-12 schools make Black history and ethnic studies a required subject. Black Lives Matter was created in 2013 in response to the acquittal of George Zimmerman. Zimmerman had killed Trayvon Martin, an unarmed Black 17-year-old, on February 26, 2012.